Welcome back to our NASCAR Nation channel, where we bring you the latest and most exciting updates from the world of NASCAR. In today's video, we're taking a closer look at a recent clash between two NASCAR champions, Kyle Busch and Joey Logano. In the Busch-like clash at the Coliseum, tensions between the two drivers escalated quickly, leading to a dramatic moment that left fans on the edge of their seats. Stay tuned as we break down the events that led up to this high-stakes moment and examine its impact on the world of NASCAR. But of course, before we do that though, please support the channel by leaving a like on the video and subscribing with the bell icon on. During the Busch-like clash at the Coliseum a few weeks ago, Kyle Busch and Joey Logano, who have been competing against each other for a long time and were previously teammates, visited the Fox Sports booth. In December, Kyle Busch expressed optimism for his new team at the clash, suggesting that his success and the number 8 car's strong performance in the previous race could lead to a promising outcome. Ultimately, Kyle Busch's strategy paid off, with him finishing in third place on the podium, with Martin Truex Jr., a former colleague from Joe Gibbs Racing, taking the top spot and Austin Dillon coming in second. However, there was a moment of tension for Busch during the race when he got into a physical altercation with Joey Logano, the sport's latest two-time champion, shortly after the halfway point. As the race entered its final 65 laps and the level of aggressive driving increased, the driver of the number 22 car took a risky approach, disregarding any potential consequences and squeezed through a tight gap between Austin Dillon in front and William Byron on the outside. However, this maneuver resulted in a collision with the left rear of the number 8 car, causing it to spin out. Just a few hours later, during lap 86 of the night race, Joey Logano's 22 Ford caused Kyle Busch's newly debuted number 8 Richard Childress Racing Chevrolet to spin out. Despite the setback, the number 8 driver managed to regain his momentum in the final laps and finished in third place. However, he still felt strongly about the incident and expressed his opinions on it. During a discussion on Sirius XM NASCAR radio, the RCR driver shared his unfiltered and straightforward opinion of the current Cup Series champion when he said this: "It's really unfortunate to be raced by guys who are so two-faced. We were in the TV booth earlier in the night together, and when we were all done with that, he was like, 'Hey man, good luck tonight.' I'm like, 'Okay, great. Thanks. Yeah, whatever.' And then lo and behold, there you go. He wrecks me. Don't even talk to me if you're going to be that kind of a-hole on the racetrack."
Yeah, I mean, Logano didn't get hit by nobody. He just flat out drove through me, so he's got another one coming. I owe him a few.
A day later, Joey Logano took responsibility for the collision during the race, acknowledging that he had overdriven the corner and lost control of his vehicle. He admitted that the incident was a mistake and not an intentional act. Despite the backlash and criticism he received from his fellow racers and fans, Logano expressed acceptance of being called two-faced for the collision.
Too late, you're back.
He recognized the impact of his actions and owned up to his mistake, demonstrating maturity and accountability as a professional NASCAR driver. Logano said this on Sirius XM's Behind the Wheel: "Am I sorry? Yes. Am I sorry? Yes, I am. Am I two-faced? Yes, I am. Do I think anything's wrong with that? No, I don't. That's where I'm at with it. I've heard Kyle say it before that I'm two-faced, and that's fine. I have a switch that I flip when it's time to go racing. I'm out there to win, and yes, I have to do what I gotta do to win. I made a mistake. I didn't want to do that, but I'm still going to be an intense racer no matter what." He later added, "Luckily, I know how to shut that off when I get out of the race car, and in Kyle's words, I'm not a complete a-hole all the time. That's better than being an a-hole all the time. At least it's only when I'm in the race car. I have a job to do. I'm representing a lot of people that work really hard on my race car, and they expect me to go out there and win." That said, in recent weeks, the tension between NASCAR drivers Kyle and Joey have been intensifying, their rivalry becoming increasingly heated. In response to being spun out by Logano during the Busch-like clash at the Coliseum, Kyle Busch was candid in expressing his desire to seek retribution against Logano. He made it clear that he would not let the incident go without a response, fueling the animosity between the two competitors. These two drivers have a past of on-track altercations dating back to their time as teammates at Joe Gibbs Racing. Their most infamous clash occurred during the spring race at Las Vegas in 2017, where Logano had spun Busch out during the final lap while competing for position. This resulted in a physical altercation on pit road, with Busch throwing a punch at Logano. The incident added to the animosity between the two drivers and has since become a notable moment in NASCAR history.
It's time to stop!
Currently, Kyle Busch and Joey Logano are the only active NASCAR drivers with multiple Cup Series championships to their name. Logano secured his second title in the previous year, elevating him to the same level as Busch, who earned his championships in 2015 and 2019. Busch would go on further and explain the disrespect from everybody of just driving through each other and not letting everything kind of work its way out. I mean, it's a quarter mile. It's tight quarters racing. Actually, this is probably how it should have gone last year. So we got spoiled with a good show the first year. So maybe this is just normal.
I mean, last year's show I felt like was relatively clean and good racing, some bumping, some banging, but we could run long stretches of green flag action, where today was, I would call it a disaster, with just the disrespect from everybody of just driving through each other and not, just letting everything kind of work its way out.
However, Logano's response to that was this: I don't know why. It's still kind of a mystery to me because I refired and I came off of 2 awful, but no rear grip off of 2, and then I'm down in the corner and I still had no rear grip, and I slid down into the 8. Thankfully, he was fast enough to get all the way back up there. Logano concluded, I felt pretty bad, but I'm glad he was able to get back up there. This incident sparked many different opinions online from NASCAR fans because, as former teammates at Joe Gibbs Racing, their relationship turned sour due to competitive tensions and disagreements. Despite occasional attempts to reconcile and move past their differences, the rivalry continues to this day. While some fans enjoy the competitive tension between the two drivers, others view it as a negative aspect of the sport. Ultimately, it is up to each individual to decide how they feel about the rivalry and its impact on NASCAR racing. What do you think of all this? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Please consider subscribing to our channel for more NASCAR Nation updates.
Sponsored by Credit One Bank, and make a mark on where to start, finish line, back through the tri-oval.